Hello everyone, a good day to you all, and thank you for joining me in another spotlight in Hearts of Iron 4. Today we're gonna take a look to the newly released mod called Expanded Vanilla plus 1933. Well, what is this mod about? Firstly, it gives you a complete, overhaul of the vanilla experience, I would say. Because with this mod you'll be able to start in the year 1933 and guiding Germany from the Weimar Republic onto Hitler's path as Chancellor, and then even more. And there you go, the Weimar Republic. So, link is as always down below in the description and my Patreon link as well, but I urge you to check the mod out. The mod is quite huge with 553.139 megabytes, so go sure to take your time or to have a good internet connection when you want to download this mod. Well, this mod had been released only one day ago and it already acquired 516 subscribers, so quite a successful mod to say the least. Let's get straight into the game then, I would propose. There we go, Gathering Storm. Well, it's 1933. Normally, how you know, you start in, I think, 1937 or 1936, and 1936, yeah. So you have 3 more years to prepare. Well, and also, let's see what the mod actually offers. We haven't done that. So, let's see. Expanded Vanilla is in Hearts of Iron 4 mod. Seriously, that intends to extend the timeline and also WIP though to globally expand the Hearts of Iron 4 experience with various historical events and focus trees. So, version Alpha 0.11 Sitzkrieg, which means Sit War. Actual features reworked German, Italian and French trees. Events for South American wars. Events for the extended timeline. Portraits for all leaders except Gdansk. Plan features more events, historical leaders, age options for Germany and USA, focus trees for many nations, and many other things. Yeah, so let's review the French, Italian, and German trade. Let's start with France, because we all like France. And then let's go over to Italy, and then to Germany, and also play as Germany for a little bit. Yeah. So France starts off with an army of quite strong of 570,000 with 6 military and 34 civilian factories. Their focus tree is the same, that's why I guess... Okay, actually the French focus tree hasn't been modified, the mod developer must be mistaken there. Oh no, never mind, I'm sorry, please, I'm sorry, don't beat me up, please. Here we go. Well, it isn't as thoroughly made as the German one, I can tell you that. So you have to solve the political crisis, then you can go for Laval's diplomacy or Popular Front or Daladier's government. It's always forced. Then you can do a pact with Italy or pact with the Soviet Union. Or if you go Popular Front for the Matignon agreements. You can nationalize railways, create wheat board, and then strengthen government and defensive stratagems. Yeah. Or you can go for Daladier's government, revoke Matignon agreements, new economic policy, and then for the Great Depression recovery. Because France, yeah, France has the Great Depression as well. I think, yeah, France, Germany, and Germany suffer from the Great Depression. Well, let's take a look to Italy then. So let's take Italy and take a look to the Italian focus tree, which should have been modified as well. So this is the basic path here, nothing modified here. But if we go down here, it's mistyped because, well, for all Englishmen under us, there should be only one N, not two N of expansionism. That's modified, but you need to complete the triumph in Africa for that. Then you can go to war with Greece, befriend Greece, claims on Turkey, or befriend Turkey. Or the Albanian occupation, claims on France. Go after France, war with the UK, claims on Yugoslavia, pressure Yugoslavia, befriend Yugoslavia, German military cooperation, and treaty with Germany. Yeah, with the Weimar Republic. So, that's... You can also go for the glory of the empire, which I think has been chosen from another focus tree, but I may be mistaken here. So, Italy first. Then befriend Austria, Hungary, Bulgaria, Portugal, Romania, and then Japan as well. So, an invitation to your faction. We'll do the alignment, so where you go against Germany, where you ensure territorial integrity, answers reaction, align with rest and pact of steel. You can choose there. The Abyssinian crisis, triumph in Africa, Ethiopian war logistics, and then the spot with Spanish fascists, because Ethiopia is, well, not in a war against Italy. They are independent. Let's see. Well, now, finally, also, France got some dominions. For example, France, West Africa. France has Syria, Indochina, French West Africa, and French Equatorial Africa as their dominions. So you can play as one of these countries as well if you want to play in Africa, which wouldn't be that much fun though. Yeah, you could go for that. Or French West Africa, have plenty of population, but it's not really being powerful. Or Syria, maybe. Syria, which also controls Lebanon, so powerful states, with one military factory led by Hashim al-Tassi. Or play as French Indochina, where you would start off with, well, 2 civilian factories. Well, saying so, let's go to the Weimar Republic. Let's take Germany and go into the Weimar Republic, I would propose here. So, the Weimar Republic, a great state. Well, the leader is Kurt von Schleicher. Kurt von Schleicher, I have no idea who he was, but apparently from the Zentrumspartei, from the Center Party, but I'm sure that's mistaken, since in the German elections there had been more than 3 parties. You can be sure of that, so that's not really well represented, but we know that there are only 4 ideologies in House of Iron 4, so that's why. If you combine all democratic forces, I guess it can be somewhat right. The KPD, the Kommunistische Partei Deutschland, actually was led by that time by Ernst Thälmann and not by Wilhelm Pieck, so that's a mistake as well. Or you can go and play as the NSDAP, the Nationalsozialistische Deutsche Arbeiterpartei, led by guess whom, Adolf Hitler, or non-aligned, led by Felix Berglen, but that's just randomly generated. Germany, as the bitter loser, Weimar Republic, which is it's horrible. It gives you minus +1 political power gain and minus 20% national unity, and the Great Depression. The Great Depression, so actually as Germany you aren't able to build any factories because of the Great Depression. Isn't that great? So you aren't alone there with the USA. The USA also has the Great Depression, and it will last until 1937, so they won't be able to expand that thoroughly, while we will. So you see the German folk tree is quite reworked. You can go for the Saarland, Pfalz, then Rhineland, you can go for Chancellor Hitler, dissolve trade unions, then Weimar flag, withdraw from League of Nations, one-party system, purge political sphere, found Wehrmacht, it's Wehrmacht, so an H is missing there. And you'll create the X by that Y. You can found the Hitlerjugend, Night of the Long Nights, and President Hitler. Yeah. But only when Hindenburg, it's not Hindenburg, it's Hindenburg, so an N is missing here. Then for the Night of the Long Knives. So, you can only advance further when you got rid of the Great Depression, which you can only do when you go this path here. You need to go for unconventional economy policy, then for Great Depression recovery, for further recovery, and then for crisis over. So let's start with the unconventional economic policy. I'm not sure if I picked historical focus, so let's go straight into the game as Germany, but play on regular and with historical area focuses. And I have to excuse myself for not being able to upload a video yesterday. Please accept my excuse. Today and tomorrow I should be able to make one video. Simply, I'm just too busy with stuff. Alright, well, let's go ahead. Get the unconventional economic policy. Let's research that. And do industry production. No, never mind, that's out of time. Because we started in 1933, we can't do that. What can we do is revenue equipment, get that researched. Replace this, not with this, not with this, not... Yeah, let's get... Okay, that's out of time as well. Let's get our land doctrine up and going. Now, why is we are quite active? Perhaps I can... Okay, I don't intend to build carriers. I can expand on my naval trade, so let's go for radar patrols. And also, actually, air. Let's not air. I'll go for. Okay, that's out of time. I'll go for the SRT. This should be fine now. Well, we start off with 24 military. That's quite a bit. I think for Germany didn't have that many military factories back then. But okay, I'll take it. And also, France controls the Rhineland. There you see, the Saarland is being controlled by the French Republic. Yeah, well, I'm gonna, let's get weapons, producing many weapons. Let's get weapons, sport equipment, 4 artillery as well, 3 motorized, 3. Let's get some fighters, and there we go. We can't do. Let's get also tanks, light tanks. We need 7 oil, 8 rubber. Let's get oil from the Romanians. And oh, I can't because I can't trade. Yeah, I can't trade stuff. That's great. So I'll not produce any appliance then, since I can't trade anything. I'm going to produce what I can build. So let's just go for, I would say, lots of weapons for now. Since we have a deficit in oil, so let's get rid of oil there as well. Yeah, seems to be alright. Let's get many weapons into the German stockpile. Now let's unpause the game, play on the high speed. Nail lock, yes, let's get, I would say, well, I'm not sure if I can actually match the English Navy. They're still superior to the German Navy, and I don't think I'll be able to match them. Let's see, maybe yes, maybe not. Let's build simply some destroyers. They're always good to have, so let's build them. Zerstörer 934, build them in this province, never mind, in our Romanian naval base of Schleswig-Holstein in Kiel. Alrighty-o. Got them going. Yeah, we need oil for that, so they are being produced. It's minus, what's the penalty? Yeah, minus 42%, because we lack the oil. And they cannot get any oil, because with oil there is slots left. Isn't that great? So there you go, the Weimar Republic. You'll get some events. There we go. Schleicher resigns. After 2 months of rule, the challenger, Kurt Schleicher, is forced to resign. Who should we appoint? So you can appoint Adolf Hitler or President Hindenburg. Well, you know, as it happened, it's Adolf Hitler, so we'll go for this way. Because if you go for Hindenburg, you'll not be able to progress in the path, therefore making the game unplayable. So go for Adolf Hitler as challenger. Adolf Hitler becomes the leader of the fascist party, dictator, political power game plus 25%, politics will change, NSDAP becomes the ruling party, public elections will not be held, change in popularity of fascists plus 15%. So let's go. There we go, Adolf Hitler. I don't know why he has why we can't see him, because we play the game on English clearly and it shouldn't be banned there. Well, we aren't also gaining any political power except open to 25 per day because we have the unconventional economic policy. What I'll do is, I'll not go for Chancellor Hitler, I'll go for the Great Depression recovery, because we have to get rid of the Great Depression. I think we all can agree on that before we continue to getting Hitler's position in the country solid. Also, the feature is that every nation has their own, well, portraits, which is quite nice, I think, makes the game more interesting. What's that? Elections of March 1933. While facing a growing political instability, the German government has called new federal elections in March 1933. Whoever is winner, this will heavily impact the future of Germany. Let's see, the NSDAP wins the elections, the SDP wins the elections, so you could make the communists, oh no, I think Social Democrats win as well. You could make the communists win, actually. You could make the communists win, where a civil war will start. That's not nice. Yeah, a civil war would start then, so no, better not. You could make the Democrats win, whoever the winner is, yeah. No civil war would happen there, or you could go for this way, which I don't know. So let's say the NSDAP wins the burning of the Reichstag. Last night the Reichstag has been burned down. Whoever is guilty, he will not be unpunished. A disaster. Who was it? Let's go for the Great Depression recovery. Ger Echo 2 desk. That's nice. Can we import stuff? No, still not. We can't do anything. No expansion. Well, France is going for the industrial expansion. Well, the French aren't able to build anything as well because they also have and suffer from the Great Depression. Factory output and the construction speed is greatly reduced, and our army is really weak with only 67,000 men. So let's, I would say, at once train more infantry divisions. Yeah, in Brandenburg. Let's go and train 11. That's the highest amount we can actually train. Yeah. Well, we have in total 65 factories. The Soviets do not suffer from the Great Depression, therefore making them quite powerful. Yeah. Keep the Soviets right in mind. Well, with the 1933 stuff, the good thing is that the Soviet army will get bigger, but you have the chance to improve your army size and strength as well. So keep that in mind. Well, industrial-wise, the Soviets are clearly very superior. They are insanely superior to the German ones, which I don't like. I mean, they weren't that superior, okay? You have to build the German economy up and counter the Soviet economy at one point. Well, I'll go for, that's not a research yet, we are in 1933, so I'll go for air dive bombing. That's a good opportunity to get your land doctrines researched. Well, Austria can go and build more factories, so we can take them. Great Depression recovery, great. Now let's go for further recovery, which will replace further invests with last invest, effective change -5%, consumer goods factories, replace economic recovery with final recovery, consumer goods -10%, factory output +10%, power gain plus 0.1, and a higher population and construction speed. Yeah, we'll go for recovery first. Well, we currently have the economic recovery and the further invests. We are actually losing 0.06 power per day. That's because we have the further recovery and the economic recovery and the Weimar Republic. Yeah, so you have to recover first before you can enable the German might, I'll call it. So go sure to keep that in mind. What were we going to do? Well, we're 1933, so I don't have a big choice. I'm just gonna expand the naval doctrine, I guess. So no harm in doing that. Austria, well, we have 3 destroyers. I think the best way would be to simply get submarines, because we won't get many ships anyway, so let's get submarines instead of destroyers. Yeah, after that's finished, I'll go for submarines. They are cheaper as well. That should be fine. Well, let's say that send them to northwest Germany and make them base there as well. So we have 2 battleships, 2 heavy cruisers, 6 light cruisers, 15 destroyers, and 8 submarines. This number is heavily increasing. Let's see, the French are... Oh, actually, look to that! The Kingdom of Egypt actually exists, being a dominion of the British Empire. Yeah. Also, I don't know why, but British Raj controls Yemen. That's interesting. And Jerusalem is also independent, led by Ahmed Hilmi Pasha. I can't get crisis over, so I have to go with the Chancellor Hitler. Chancellor Hitler will give us +50 political power. Finally, we can construct some stuff. So I'm gonna import oil. We need oil. You'll get it from the Romanians. Never mind that they like it, so let's get it from the... I really don't know. There are no fascist states we can get it from. I'll just get it from Venezuela. Fine, because they are somewhat fascist. We also need rubber. Rubber I'll get from... let's get from Brazil. Fine, Brazil, and tungsten, not only 1 tungsten. Well, Portugal is fascist. Oh yeah, I have no idea why Portugal is fascist. Were they fascist in history as well? I don't think so. Well, that's interesting to see. Now I can do the army focus and the man, so that's a nice thing. Get it for the research, and now we can even build some factories. Yeah, isn't that superior? We can build, we are using 3 factories to build. That's something. We have the spirits. Vitalusa, Ferrat, Weimar Republic, Last Invests, and Final Recovery. We finished dive bombing. Let's go for direct ground support. Chancellor Hitler. Adolf Hitler. Yeah, let's train even more infantry divisions. And in Brandenburg, train 129,000. That's nice. Now let's go for... I need to get rid of the Weimar Republic. How can I get rid of the Weimar Republic? I guess I have to go for, let's fund the, I don't know. Perhaps here, to do the light of the long knives. Oh yeah, I need to do the night of the long knives. So then, the Weimar Republic spirit is being replaced with the Nazi absolutism, which gives us effective change in national unity and extra political power gain. That's quite nice, I'll go for that. But to do so, the NSDAP, the Nationalsozialistische Deutsche Arbeiterpartei, needs to have support more than 90%. In order to do so, you have to either get an advisor or go for this path. So I'll go for the... Let's go and actually fund the Hitler Jugend, because it will give us a higher recruitable population and also 5% popularity increase for the fascists. Well, we are gaining 0.06 political power per day, so I don't think we'll actually go for the advisor. Yeah, to get popularity over 90% will take some time, so keep that in mind. Let's go for a submarine convoy interdiction as well. Okay, one tungsten can wait, how I said. There's some divisions. Let's train them. Train those ones who need to be trained. Well, I should go to war, I think. I should, since I have the opportunity. Yeah, let's go to war against both the Belgians or the Dutch. Well, if I would go to war against the Dutch, I would get their colony. The Dutch East Indies. Let's go for that. What's that? The February crisis. After the Stavsky affair, right-wing parties called for a street demonstration. The 6th February, although they were not trying a coup d'etat, the Prime Minister ordered the policemen to shoot across the demonstrators. The shooting killed 15 demonstrators and harmed 2,000 others. I have no idea in which country that was. But truly interesting. It would take us only 20 days, but that's nice. So I think I'll go to war against the Dutch after I got some more troops, because I don't want to be bogged down in the war efforts. Let's wait there. Let's go for, let's dissolve the trade unions. Yeah, so communists and the Democrats' popularity decrease and the fascists increase. Yeah. It should be like that. They're being trained, that's fine. Yeah. That's alright. Here, I'll tell them already to go against the Dutch. Yeah, we can't take the Belgians because we don't control the Rhineland. We can take the Dutch somewhat in an efficient way. Let's get them the Prussian blue color, and they will be led by General Erich von Manstein. Alrighty-o. So, well, equipment-wise we are doing alright. Not too good, but not too bad either, I think. Yeah, we have 100 divisions. Now time to train more infantry divisions. Yeah, now training 230,000 men. Now we have... They are still training. Let's train these ones as well. Bolivia-Chow War. Paraguay emerged as the winner of the war for the region of Gran Chao. What? Was Bolivia and... Paraguay won? How did Paraguay won, please? Well, that's interesting. Although it makes sense, because Paraguay won in history as well, if I think they did. Yeah, because Paraguay should be bigger than 2 provinces. So trade unions. Now let's ban the Weimar flag, which will increase our national unity and change the polarity of fascists. That's what we want. It's already 75%. Yeah, now it's time for our army to increase. Yeah, ready for the invasion, for the inevitable invasion. Let's assign 5 of them to this army. And also another 9, I would say, to the other troops. I think we have 370,000 troops. I think this should be enough against the Dutch. I think so, yeah. You go and take them from, new command from Eindhoven into this province.
Research complete.
Alright, ground support.
So gut wie erledigt.
11 more, but they are there, that's fine. Now it's time to justify against the Dutch conquer Friesland. Yeah, and they can't get guaranteed, isn't it great? That's truly superior. Superb, superb. I can go for air focus or for navy focus, I don't know actually. We could need a strong navy but also a strong air force. I'm undecisive there. Let's just go for the focus for now. And wait until we got the war justification, which we got after 10 days. Then we should be able to take the Dutch colony and also the Dutch East Indies to puppet them, I think, which would be great. And it will be German East Indies. It's finished. Training will stop. Erwin Rommel take charge. Alright, then it's time for war. Time for war. Let's details. I would say time to declare war. Declare war. There we go. German Reich declared war on the Netherlands. That's great. Now execute and execute. There we go. We are pushing swiftly through the lines. And we bypassed the Rhineland already. Well, that's a nice way to bypass the Rhineland. President Hindenburg is dead. He will be remembered. He will be remembered. Oh, well, the Dutch are invading us. Look to that. Oh, the Dutch are invading us. A Dutch naval invasion. Well, I wouldn't have even dreamt of that. Dutch Marines are storming German beaches. Alright. Well, I think I may be even friendly and I may even power the Dutch. Otherwise, let's withdraw from the League of Nations. Then let's go for the one-party system, which we have to do to get to purge the political sphere and defend the Wehrmacht. So that's one-party system. Research-wise, oh, there we go, Treaty of Suriname. Let's pass some time, so we get some points. Now I'll satellite the Dutch East Indies. So like them. And I will be friendly. I won't annex them. I will take all states of the Dutch. No, never mind. I will not annex them. I will puppet the Dutch. Yeah, there we go. Not there are puppets. There are German puppets. There we go. Treaty of Suriname, German East Indies was puppeted, and the Rijksprotectoraat Nederlanden was puppeted. Isn't that great? Now, better have a puppet than in, well, provinces which you don't have a core state on. I think that's a nice idea. So there you go, white. Alrighty, well, the war was a great success. Now it's time to go back into positions. Yeah, to go back into your positions, just to go somewhere to the provinces here and to start training again. Constant training we need for our infantry divisions. Constant training. Have to be trained, so they have to be trained, so are they. Alright. The war was a success. Now the Dutch, well, are our puppets. They are led by Anton Museat. Yeah. Now we shouldn't have problems with, I think, rubber as well. Yeah, we shouldn't have a problem with rubber. So now we aren't alone. If we join the Axis, the Dutch East Indies will be on our side, with their armies as well, led by Suharto, so that's nice, perhaps. They have a high core population, which, well, we can put to good use, I think. But currently we weren't able to build even one factory. But assassination of Alexander I, when he was in a state visit in France to strengthen Little Entente, the Yugoslavian King Alexander I was shot by Bulgarian gunman Vlado Cherzokomensky. Well, I didn't know that actually, that's nice. So I learned about history. There was another victims, such as French Foreign Minister Louis Barthou. The Crown Prince Peter II is too young to rule, so Regency Council was formed under Prince Paul's rule. Barbaric. Ah, that's why. Ah, okay, well, I didn't know that. Interesting. Well, let's go for some arms firepower, as always. Focus-wise, let's purge the political sphere. Yeah, which will increase the fascist effort. We have to get the fascists over 90%, which will happen that way. And then I'm gonna form the Wehrmacht and then Light of the Long Knives. Actually, I'll go for Light of the Long Knives first, and then President Hitler. And then the NSDAP should have full support in Germany. Yeah. And we should be able to, well, finish the modified focus tree quite quick. Yeah. We still have minus political power, keep that in mind, unfortunately. They are fully trained. So are they. New troops here. New troops. I'm training 80 more as well, so that's gonna take some time to train, I guess. The German army is currently 374,000 strong, that's, I guess, somewhat acceptable. Not that strong, but not that weak either. So just somewhat acceptable. And the British are truly strengthening their economy, truly they are superior to the German one. The Soviets, they're just insanely strong. Insanely strong Soviet Union. I have no idea how I can overcome the Soviet strength. Now that's purged. Now time for the Light of the Long Knives, which will replace the Weimar Republic with Nazi absolutism and higher political power gain and higher national unity. Anschluss I can do quite soon as well. I can do that actually quite early. Austria. I hope, yeah, they went for the construction effort, so I'll actually go for that whenever I can. Yeah, an early Anschluss, I would sell it. An early Anschluss. Floating fortress. Let's go for that. Let's go for unrestricted submarine warfare. Well, the next one, I could attack the Belgians as well, because world tension is quite low, and we should use this opportunity, I think. Let's justify against the Belgians. No, I need more political power, never mind. But now, soon we're gonna lose the Weimar Republic, and then we can go to war against them. Yep. So, combine them to one army, these 6 divisions as well. They have 23, they have to be trained 2 more, makes 1 full army. Yeah, new orders to push from these provinces into Belgium, and this army will push from Memel and this province into Belgium. Capturing Brussels and Namur. There we go. Now they're gonna be led by Erwin Rommel. Yeah. Okay, now time to get President Hitler. There we go, President Hitler. Now justify against the Belgians, which will take us only 15 days. That's not really that much, I think we can all agree on that. But the Belgians are not being guaranteed, and therefore a free capture for us as well. I think I'm gonna power the Belgians. Yeah, I'm gonna power them. Power them, not annex them. There we go, conquering is finished. Justification, declare war. And I have to call my allies, which I will do. There we go. 3 versus 1. And we are pushing already in. Italy, I don't need your help. Thank you, I'll go for Blitzkrieg. Well, the Belgian army is doomed. The capture Antwerpen, Namur, the Battle of Brussels. Battle of Brussels, there we go, Treaty of Leopoldville. I'm gonna pass sometimes. I'm gonna satellite Zaire first, so British Congo is gonna get independent, and also puppet them. There we go. So, their fate is sealed. So, Treaty of Leopoldville, they both have been puppeted. Well, isn't it great? 2 new fascist governments in the world. We aren't alone if we found the Axis. We'll have the Belgians and the Dutch on our side, plus their colonies. That's nice. That's really nice, I think. Yeah. Plus their troops if it comes to war, which we can request at any time. Trying more divisions. With 40 men, why not? Now you can found the Wehrmacht and therefore found the Axis. But before we do that, I'm gonna take a break here. If you want to see me to continue this mod, let me know. But I'm gonna take a cut here, so thank you all for watching it. Don't forget to like it and subscribe, and then to check the mod out. I'm Sacred, and I'm out. Have a good day to you all, and see you next time. Goodbye.